Hello. Tonight I have a bit of a different kind of video. I made about, I don't know, 9 cards, 10 cards tonight with working in a series concept. I last year had found this sheet. It was 12 by 12 paper at Michael's, and it had all these little squares on it, little kind of like valentines that children would exchange, but little, and paper, not cardstock. And it's early for Valentine's Day, but for Operation Ride Home, we have to have our Valentines in by the end of December in order for the soldiers to have them, pick them out, fill them out, and get them back to the States in time for the holiday. So I am in Valentine mode here. So I had a bunch of these left over from last year, and I wanted to make some Valentine cards, and I thought I would start with these. And I'm going to show you how I did each one a little different. Some of them were based on a sketch, some of them weren't, some of them kind of morphed. But this image right here, different, you'll see, different ones, is where I started. So this one, the little image here, says Crazy in Love. I used this paper that's so cute from last year. I started with a sketch. It's actually split in there if you can see it, but the image didn't work quite right, so I added some bling, a black border, flowers with a nice big brad. It's a foamy brad, so it should go through the postal system just fine. But there's that one. This one says Lucky in Love. I used some paper from that black and white paper pack that Recollections has at Michael's that's so great. And the polka dot here added some bling and a sheer ribbon to that one. This one, a lot brighter, a lot more crisp in color on the eye. This little piece here is a scrap I had. My aunt gave it to me last year. Paired it up with this, some pink bling, and I thought this ribbon coordinated really well. Flowers with a brad on there, so there's that one. And then this one's real similar, except the brad's a little different, and I placed the bling kind of differently. Real similar, pink and black and white, pretty. This one, the little image, says You Rock, and yeah, there you can kind of see. I don't pour stickles, like push it onto my projects. I make a little puddle and I paint it on. So I covered the ring with stickles that says You Rock. Some more bling. I stamped on the background, just on a piece of white, this kind of swirly design with the red, big satiny, pretty ribbon on there. And then these, same piece of paper, but a really different look and feel, right? I didn't have a background paper. This says Key to My Heart. I didn't have a background paper that matched with the keys, so I stamped this. This is a Stampin' Up! Key, and then heat embossed it on gold. I just think that looks so pretty. Added a strip of the cranberry here. The brads, I was real careful to line up the holes for my brads first so that they're nice and even because that's so hard to do. Ribbon, and then doily. All three of these, the last ones have a doily on them. So that one says Key to My Heart. This one says Ever Faithful. I thought about not using it because I thought the dog was kind of goofy. I don't want a Valentine with a dog on it. But I could see how families that are big dog families and what have you, it would be cute for some people. This one I used the Stampin' Up! Designer paper, the stripe side. It's the same doily there. Flowers and a brad. It's a little big, but it's gonna go through just fine. I send ones like this to my aunt all the time. And some twine wrapped around the top of that pennant style piece there. And this one, I love this one. This is probably my favorite. It says I'll always love you. I love that sentiment. More pretty paper flowers with the bling, the same doily, and then I used the pennant a little differently, just coming out of the bottom. For no reason other than I cut it too short. And then the reverse side of the striped paper as a background here. And then I also matted it on brown before the red. I just thought that kind of pulled the images here together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, eight Valentine cards ready for Operation Ride Home. Will go out probably about 2 weeks. I should have my box ready to go. I made these 8 cards in about probably 4 hours. It takes a lot longer when you're just doing one at a time, obviously. I often do 6 at a time based on the size of the papers that I'm working with, but it was fun, and this doing it in a series with essentially the same size image really forced me to pick layouts and sketches and ribbons and embellishments that fit this size, and I think they got better as I went. I think the last one is a lot better than the first one I did, so that was a lot of fun. I found that sheet at Michael's in the single section, where just the single sheets are. 29 cents for, I think there's 20 images on that card, so it was a good deal, and a lot of good cards. So if you haven't found Operation Ride Home, I'll put the link down here when I get to a computer. So thanks for watching. Have a good night.